Hi, this is Linda, and as promised, I am doing my second video of the day. If you watched Explaining American English, I told you I would have two more today under Beginning American English. This is lesson 3 under that subject, and it's called Make Sentences Negative. So I'm going to explain quickly how to do that. And I will also include one idiom at the end, but I'm inviting all of my students to watch this because this is the only explanation I'm giving formally for negative sentences. So here we go. Changing from positive to negative sentences. The most common negative word is not. The next most common is never. I'm not going to teach very much about never because not is the most important one. You can add not to am, are, is, was, and were, and I will show you how we do that. These are beginning with positive statements. I am happy. That's something I'm making as a statement. If I want to make it a negative statement, I need to add not. Here's where it goes. I am not happy. Now, in some languages, the adding of the negative word would be in a different place, but we put it am not. But we never say, unless we're speaking incorrect English. If correct English, standard English, so that red means don't do that. I am happy, I am not happy. If I make a contraction, I can't make a contraction with am not, so I can make it with I'm. I'm not happy. Now if we use never, it could be I am happy, I am never happy, but am never, also only the I am gets reduced to I'm never happy. There is sometimes the way to say I am not ever happy, but it's still going to be I'm not ever happy. So the same rule is applying. We don't have a contraction for the am and a not. So if there's an am and a not, whichever of the three you use, am gets contracted to I'm and everything else stays the same. Now I shortened this a little bit so that I didn't have so many pronouns over here, but you know, you, we, they are used the same way. Are happy. So I'm just taking one of these, they. They are not happy. Now I can contract with the are. Aren't. They aren't happy. They're not happy. If I say he or she or it, then I have to say is happy. So I'm going to have he or she or it isn't or is not happy. You can contract it to isn't, or you can say he is not happy. We don't use the word no to make a negative statement. We do have the word no, but it's an answer to a question usually, or it can be an adjective, like no person is going. But if we're going to say he is not going, the not goes instead of a no. Some languages you will use no, but that's not what we use. I, we, she, or it, all of those, we've got the I included. It was happy. Any of those, I'm using she. She was not happy, or she wasn't happy. We or you or they goes with were, so we have we were happy. In any of those, I'm using we. We were not happy. Weren't. We weren't happy. It sounds funny. We weren't happy. But we can use the contraction, or we can say we were not. Not comes after these words. Now let's see what else we do. For other verbs, a helper is needed, and the helper gets not. If there is no helper, add one. Now let's look at this sentence. I study English. There's no helper. I mean, I can't make a negative out of I study English because there's no helper. So to do that, I think of the stronger way to say it. I do study English. I give study a helper. I do study English. And then I have a helper that I can put with not. I do not study English. And I could also make a contraction. I don't study English. But I cannot say I no study or I not study. We have to have a do in there. So, or some sort of helper to put with the not. If it's in the past, they worked hard. But to get my helper, I'm going to make that stronger. They did work hard. Now I have a helper. The helper is what gets the not. They did not work hard, or they didn't work hard. And if it's this is just a past, but if I make it a general past, she left early. She has left early. Now I have a helper. She has not left early. She hasn't left early. So has works as a helper. Did and do work as helpers. And we know how to do am, is, are, was, were to make them into these kinds of sentences. So I want to show you what happens though. In some sentences, there's already a helper. I am dancing. I am not dancing, or I'm not dancing. We can use a contraction, but just with I'm. You are singing. You are not singing. And you can change are not to aren't. You aren't singing. She is running. She is not running. She isn't running. He was walking. He was not walking. He wasn't walking. We were sleeping. We were not sleeping. We weren't sleeping. I will be going. I will not be going. I won't. Will not becomes won't be going. It is going to fly. It is not going to fly. It isn't going to fly. She may paint. Now there's not a good contraction for may not. So I just put X's there. She may not paint. He can lift it. He cannot lift it. He can't lift it. Okay, that's how we make sentences go from positive to negative. I want to give you a quick idiom because this isn't very long. He often tries to cut corners. Now, if you think of a corner and you're walking here and then here, it might be faster to cut across. So you cut a corner. But in your work, you shouldn't cut corners. Cutting corners means you save money by using, or maybe save time, save money by using cheaper and lower quality materials or labor. You might save time besides money in some other circumstances, but you're cutting corners when you're using something cheaper or lower quality just to get it done faster or less expensive. You're sort of cheating. But anyway, that's cutting corners. You don't want to do that. Okay, that's it for this video, and thank you for listening. Bye-bye.